Good morning, CSL family. Here we go. Come on. We have come together as a family. We have come here as we are. We have come with arms wide open. We have gathered here in love. Here we go. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Raise the room with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Raise the room with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place. Raise the room with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place.
Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living. How are you all doing today? Spirit is in this place, and each one of us is an individualized expression of Spirit, the one great Spirit that is expressing into and as the whole universe and everyone and everything in it. Spirit is in this place. So good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Fort Lauderdale. My name is Juan Carlos Sequeiros. I'm a licensed practitioner here at the center. It's my honor to be your presider today. Whether you're new or whether you've been here many, many times, thank you for joining us. Whether you're here in person or whether you're joining us online, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you being here. There's so many ways for you to be a part of our community. Of course, being here in person is a wonderful opportunity for us to be in our space together, right? To be in our field together. But of course, there's three ways you can join us online as well. Through Facebook, through YouTube, or through our website, cslftl.org, by selecting the live stream tab. There's many ways to stay connected and informed about everything that's going on here at the center. We always have the slides usually up at the beginning of the service. Also, we make announcements. But you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or download our app, which is listed as the Center for Spiritual Living FL, which stands for Fort Lauderdale. If you find value in what we're doing, please share our posts with your friends and followers, and invite someone to come and check out what we're doing here. So we only have a couple announcements today, so we're going to move quickly through this. The first announcement is today, immediately after service, we have our Wisdom Circle meeting. It starts at 12:15 p.m. in the community room. I don't have any additional details about the meeting today, but it's a wonderful opportunity to get to know people in our community even better. So please join us for that immediately after service today. For our second announcement, I'm going to invite Reverend Candy up to tell you about the Broward Women's Chorus.
And greetings. So we already got a wonderful start here with this music, yes? You come early so you can enjoy this music, this energy. Next week, the Broward Women's Chorus will be doing a concert here at 4 in the afternoon. So there'll be another reason to have joy in your life here at this location. So the Broward Women's Chorus has been around in Broward for 53 years. They are a not-for-profit. We sing at places like, in 2 weeks, we're going to be at the Court of Palmer, where Michael Vida and Hal did a concert recently. We go to assisted living and independent living homes and perform. And of course, there needs to be a little income for all of this to happen. So we're having a fundraiser here. We're having the concert here, and we're splitting. This is whatever you buy, your tickets, that we're splitting with CSL. So you're also supporting CSL and the chorus. It's going to be a fun fundraiser, like in the fun, we're going to be doing oldies like Fascinating Rhythm, Singing in the Rain, Fly Me to the Moon, and then there's the goldies. We have ABBA's Dancing Queen, and Joni Mitchell's Both Sides Now, Dionne Warwick's Say a Little Prayer. So it's quite a mix of music. It's a lot of fun. And for added incentive, there's going to be a raffle. We have Michael Johnson. If he's here, he got us a $100 gift certificate at Cafe Europa. Ash Heron has donated a acupuncture treatment. Eric Needleman has donated a tabletop Reiki session. And Deborah McDonough has donated an hour-long massage. So there's also another reason for you to come and experience the concert, because you can participate in the raffle. And there'll be wine, and snacks and things like that. Remember, it's a daytime event, 4 o'clock, so those of you who don't like to be out on Sunday night or drive at night, it's a perfect opportunity for you to come see us. So please, come and enjoy some more joy next Sunday afternoon. Thank you.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing Reverend Candy and our very own Pat Hanley singing up here, right? One last announcement. So Easter is upon us, where we get to celebrate the life of Jesus and Jesus' teachings. And we have our annual Easter egg extravaganza coming up. That's going to be on April 20th. What we're looking for is some volunteers to help us with the setup and breakdown. Of course, getting the Easter baskets together, setting up for the Easter egg hunt, all of that. If you're interested in volunteering and helping us out with that, please please connect with Melissa McAllister, our Director of Operations, or you can talk with Reverend Tina Miggs as well. All right. So here at CSL, we have an intention statement that says who we are and how we intend to be in the world, how we intend to live our lives and show up. So please join me in standing, and we'll say it together. And then after we've said our intention statement, I invite you to move around the room and just say hello to some of the other people that are here with a handshake, a hug, a high five, a namaste, a kowtow, whatever works for you, okay? So Center for Spiritual Living, Fort Lauderdale, who are we?
How wonderful it is to be with each other, giving our hugs and our hellos and our acknowledgments to all these beautiful people that are here and present. So we're just going to go for an opening prayer right here and right now. How grateful I am to stop and be still, to become present in the midst of all of this activity, in the midst of this beauty and joy and divine expression that is all around us, yes, here within these walls and beyond the beyond. There's so much good here. There's so much beauty here. There's so much order and perfection here. And I recognize these very qualities as a representation of this one life, this one power, this one mind that I call God, that I call love, intelligence, that I know is omnipresent in every presence, that lives, moves, and has its beingness in, through, and as my life, in, through, and as your life, and in, through, and as all life. So I just give great thanks for all that's about to transpire. I call it good. I call it on time. I call it in time. I call it divine inspiration made manifest through each and every individual, yes, here on stage, but in this community and online as well, that we have come here together for a collective experience of the awareness of our oneness. And that truly changes the experience as we move into our world on this day from this moment on. I say thank you, Spirit, and so it is. Amen.
I've been planting seeds on the ground, watering them with my sweat and tears, scattering them all around. Guess it's what I'm supposed to do with my year. Funny thing is, I may know what I planted, never what I show, and always seems to be a perfect mystery. Whatever grows will grow, whatever dies will die, whatever works will work, whatever flies will fly, whatever fails will fail, what's meant to soar will soar. I am planting seeds, nothing more. Sometimes I still like to pretend I know what the harvest will be, but I always find out in the end it was never really up to me. Funny thing is, when I just do my work and simply trust, always seems that life is looking out for me. Whatever grows will grow, whatever dies will die, whatever works will work, whatever flies will fly, whatever fails will fail, what's meant to soar will soar. I am planting seeds, nothing more. I am only one of billions of seeds. When all is said and done, I just blew what's mine to do and let it be. All right, guys, let's get a little hand clap right here. Get some energy in the room. Here we go. Come on. Whatever grows will grow. Whatever dies will die. Whatever works will work. Whatever flies will fly. Whatever fails will fail. What's meant to soar will soar. I am planting seeds. Whatever grows will grow. Whatever dies will die. Whatever works will work. Whatever flies will fly. Whatever fails will fail. What's meant to soar will soar. I am planting seeds. I am planting seeds. Nothing more.
Good morning again, CSL. My name's Todd Masnicki, one of your prayer practitioners, and we have 7 core values here at Center for Spiritual Living, Fort Lauderdale, that we like to remind you of each week, and we choose one to highlight and bring it to the forefront of your thoughts. So whether you're here in the room or joining online, like I know my friend Katie in Massachusetts is, let's say them all together. They're on the screen here. So our core values are love, healing, oneness, abundance, spiritual growth, service, and diversity. So our core value that we're highlighting this week is abundance. Abundance, a very large quantity of something, plentiful. So I ask, what do you have an abundance of in your life right now? What thoughts are you focused on? Because that's what's happening in abundance for you. Dr. John, a few weeks ago, said, you can have an abundance of things you don't want. You can have an abundance of things that you don't even like. Abundance is a universal principle. It works both ways. So if you're having an abundance of thoughts that make you happy, you feel loved, you feel joy, keep thinking those thoughts. But if you have thoughts in abundance that make you sad or upset or angry, a feeling that you're not enjoying, realize what those thoughts are. Are your thoughts focused on CNN or Fox News? Are they focused on your app and what other people are posting? I invite you to think about that. Is this serving your best and highest good? Are you inviting an abundance of joy and love and happiness in your life? Are you inviting an abundance of things that you don't even want? I learned, and I like when I'm on Facebook, to like things that bring me joy, that I smile, that I laugh at. It could be videos of dogs doing silly things. It could be some quotes, things here that CSL posts. You can go not interested on things that you see that don't make you feel good. I sometimes block a feed or someone for 30 days. I've even gone so far as to just not follow it at all. So I'm aware of what abundant thoughts I have. I have a quick story of a man I know who has an abundance of lack in his life, in my view and experience with him. And his lack of abundance actually is shared by the people that he loves also. I don't even know if he realizes this. But this man does not like to go out to eat to restaurants. He does not want to pay the markup on the price of the food. He doesn't want to pay the sales tax. He doesn't want to pay a tip to the service people who provide the food. He hates to pay for anything like that. He wants to go to Costco or Walmart, get the best deal he can, and have his wife cook the meal, or he'll cook it himself. And he'll invite people over and share a meal with them that way. In fact, his wife has told me, you know, he doesn't like to go out to eat. It gives him indigestion. So I said, of course it is, to myself. You know, he associates pain with paying money to have food. And it goes so far as, his family is only ever together down here maybe every 3 to 4 years. And one time they went out to eat and they sat down and they had a wonderful boat ride on the water taxi and they sat down. He opened the menu and he said, would it be okay if everyone paid for themselves? That way it wouldn't be so much pain for one person. Now he was eating with his wife, his 2 sons, his son-in-law, his daughter-in-law, and his grandson and his granddaughter. And one time on one of these visits, they went to the beach, Pompano, the pier, and had a great day, and got to the point where they were thirsty and hungry, and there's Oceanic, and there's Beach House, and then there's a little sort of shack there, which is pretty inexpensive in terms of what's out there, and they all wanted to go to eat, and this man said, yeah, I brought a sandwich, I'm fine, I'm just going to eat it here at the beach. You all go and have a good time. Enjoy yourselves. And he meant that. He wanted them to have fun. And they said, come on, Dad, we'll pay for you, we'll treat you and Ma. It's, we're staying with you. No, go ahead. I'm good. We'll pay for ourselves, to no avail. So they went and they had a good time. They enjoyed the meal. But something was missing. Someone was missing. Someone they loved. So his choice to have thoughts or of lack rather than abundance robbed his family of more abundance and time with him. So there's 2 things that I'd like you to take away from this core value. One is that you can have an abundance of good, or you can have an abundance of lack, as Dr. John reminded us. The choice is all yours. And the first thing is to be in gratitude for whatever you have right now, in this very moment. Find something when you're feeling lack to be grateful for immediately. I'm grateful right now to be alive, to be standing here in front of you at CSL. I'm grateful for the message, the music here that's going to move me, give me awareness on how I can get my best life. I'm grateful for the community, the interaction here. I'm grateful I have a home to go to. I'm grateful I have a comfortable bed to sleep in tonight. And I'm grateful for my tomorrow. The second thing you could try is check what your false beliefs are. What's robbing you of joy each day? Is it a false belief about money that you don't have enough? I can't afford this. Do you think you're unworthy of love? Do you think you can't be loved? Do you think you can't love someone? Do you think there's something wrong with you? Is this the abundance of your thoughts? So take some time to realize these things this week. Think abundant thoughts of truth and not these abundant thoughts of false beliefs. And I'm going to help you get started here with thinking in terms of abundance. Back in ancient times here at CSL, we used to have these cards on the seat with affirmations on them, and I've kept a lot of them. And we have them on the screen, and Andrew's going to share them. So here's something that I hope that you'll have in your awareness about abundance. Gratitude fuels my transformation. I am abundant and prosperous in every aspect of my life. Reverend Skip Jennings. I choose wealth. I live an abundant life. I am heir to an entire universe of good. Dr. Chris Michaels. Abundance is our core value this week. Thank you.
Look at me. Look at me. I am changing. way I can. I am changing. I'll be better than I am. I'm trying to find a way to understand, but I need you. I need you. I need a hand. I'm changing, seeing everything so clear. I am changing. I'm gonna start right now, right here. I'm hoping to work it out, and I know that I can, but I need you. I need a hand. All of my life I've been a fool who said I could do this all alone. How many good friends have I already lost? How many dark nights have I known? Walking down that wrong road, there was nothing I could find. All those years of darkness can make a person blind, but now I can see I am changing. Trying every way I can, I'm changing. I'll be better than I am, but I need a friend to help me start all over again. Oh, that would be just fine. I know it's gonna work out this time, 'cause this time I am. This time I am. I am changing. I'll get my life together now. I'm changing. Yes, I know how. I'm gonna start again. I'm gonna leave my past behind. I'll change my life. I'll make a vow. Nothing's gonna stop me. No.
How do you follow that? I don't think you can. I don't think I can. Okay, good night. Just letting in that settle, right? Just let that settle. Let's just feel how that made us feel in our bones, right? And our cells. That's what music does. It's funny, Hal talked to me earlier today, and he was like, what concert did you guys go to this week? Because he knows we love music. I get inspired by being in the presence of those doing what they love and doing it so wonderfully. So thank you so much. So today's title is What's in Your Garden? And if you don't know this about me already, because I know we're just getting to know each other here, right? So I'm a little quirky. I like to take things and make a little spin on it. So it came from the commercial, "What's in your wallet," right? You all heard that, right? What's in your wallet? And to me, that's also pretty in alignment with what's in your garden, right? What's in your wallet? And it talks directly to what Todd was just sharing. What are we carrying with us? What do we see when we open our wallet? What do we feel? What do we experience? So I just changed the dynamic of those little words, and I'm asking you, what's in your garden? And of course, I'm asking you this because we are officially in spring, right? We just went through the spring equinox on Thursday. And the spring equinox just highlights so many wonderful things, right? We're moving from winter into spring. It's renewal, it's rebirth, it's new beginnings. And I thought that was so apropos of what it is we're moving through here in CSL, what we're moving in our individual lives, and what we're moving in this collective life that we're all experiencing. It's also about balance and harmony. The spring equinox is the day where there's equal light and dark, right? Day and night, the equal time, before we hit the tipping point of more light than darkness. It's obviously about growth and fertility. So obviously the spring equinox to me definitely represents the feminine aspect, right? That doesn't leave anybody out here. We all have the divine masculine and feminine as ways of being in this world. And so there's associated with nature, there's this new growth. There's a fertility, right? There's the planting of the seeds that we already spoke about in that beautiful song that Antonio sung. And then the spring equinox is, just like with any seasonal change, just a wonderful time to get into our spiritual practice. Dr. John spoke last week of the power of intention, right? Very similar to planting seeds, right? Knowing where we are going, having an awareness of that. So it wasn't just a spring equinox. I started thinking about when I was a child, I grew up in New York. I grew up in Westchester. It's about 45 minutes north of Manhattan. It's the suburb. It's not upstate. I get very upset when people are like, "Oh, you're from upstate." Melissa, she says that about me all the time. I am not from upstate, dang it. I am from the suburbs. I get to go into the city and I get to go back to my hilly, beautiful expanse of my home that I grew up in, which I loved. And around springtime, I would wake up on a Saturday morning and my dad had left before the sun had rose. He went to his favorite plant place, which I think was far away. I don't know, as a child, it felt like he was gone forever. And he would come back with a mother load of plants, beautiful plants. And he would spend the whole day planting. It's probably not around this time in New York. I mean, this is definitely springtime for us, but in New York, obviously, we had to let everything thaw and everything. You know, he got to figure out what was needed to be dug back up and what he was desiring to plant as a beautiful garden in our own home. When I looked up garden, you know, the metaphysical meaning is just this inner sanctuary, right? It's the inner space of our own being. We've heard of the garden, right? We've heard of the Garden of Eden. I know. Hard to hear stuff from the Bible. But it's a paradise. Let's put aside whatever was said about the Garden of Eden and let's think of the paradise in which we live. The inner garden of our own being gets to be a beautiful paradise. What's in your garden? What does paradise within look like to you? The garden symbolizes the mind, the soul, the divine, that sacred space, sacred place. So when I was thinking about this talk, I obviously thought about the garden versus the gardener, right? The garden is the result. The gardener is the individual that tends to the beautiful expression of planting these seeds, planting these flowers, planting these trees, fruits or vegetables or herbs, whatever it is you're choosing to plant. And that there's some specific qualities about a gardener. They're curious. They have a level of tenacity, creative, and passionate. I think that describes everybody here. I think that describes human nature in and of itself. Every human being has these qualities, and so many more, and so many more. But these are just highlights of what it is to be a gardener. And we're all gardeners in our own life, are we not? We are all planting seeds. So we're metaphorically speaking of that which shows up around us, right? The beauty of a garden. We've got a few pictures. Andrew, you want to? Beautiful gardens, right? Now people, you can just run through them, just looking at different ideas of gardens. These were intentional. There was a divine idea. There was something that was captured that an individual was like, I want to see this in my yard, in my home, in the park where I live, right? Where cities create these beautiful gardens. The Japanese gardens, I have a high affiliation for those, right? Working with nature. This is so in alignment with what we teach here. We talk about the creative process. If you've been in any of our classes, or if you haven't, come on into class. We always teach about the creative process. It's the very symbol of the science of mind. And it's talking about the way in which we actually create in our own lives. And they use the very metaphor itself of planting a seed. You plant a seed into soil and you have manifestation. And so what does that mean about us individually, right? That we catch a divine idea, that we're part of this divine principle of intelligence that all of life has access to, that creates from and finds its power from. And then as we come into alignment and harmony with this principle of intelligence, we have this opportunity to express such wonderful and beautiful things. We're always creating those. So now it becomes, what is in your garden? It's about bringing awareness to, what am I creating in my life? And it's not about making you wrong. You're not wrong for what you've created. We are here to create. We are here to plant. We are here to birth. We're here to bring forward. So all we get to see when we're looking at what we've planted in our garden is, yeah, I don't like that. I'm not going to do that again. Or gosh, that didn't taste good. How can I make that vegetable taste better? What can I source it with? So back to that creative process, right? So we have the divine idea that comes through this divine principle of intelligence, moves into our being. We hold it in our consciousness. And as we are holding this divine idea, it automatically goes into the law. This law that's impersonal, that's mechanical, and it's available to everybody. It sets it forth in motion. And then we have the form, the expression, the garden, the experience, the relationship, the livelihood, whatever it is that has showed up in form. That we have this power. It's all within us. We've heard the term, the grass is greener, right? Have you heard that? The grass is greener? Yeah, the grass is greener, right? That just means that there's something over there that's better than what I'm experiencing now. So, right, there's maybe some envy there. Maybe there's some comparison. Maybe there's not envy. There's just comparison. Gosh, I wish I had that. Well, my teacher says, if you see that the grass is greener over there, you know what your job is to do? Water your dang grass, right? Water your grass. Do what it takes to have the beauty you see outside of you that resonates with you. Gosh, I love that. I want to drive into my driveway and I want to be met by this beauty instead of the dried out grass that I'm having right now. Well, great. You get to do that. And the gardening aspect of that, right? The watering of the grass isn't just the act of watering the grass. It is a gift. You're giving yourself, and you're giving to all others. Because what we create in this world, under our knowingness of the awareness of oneness, interacts and has an effect on everybody else. So we do have a mighty responsibility in this life. That's not to say, oh gosh, that's such a huge thing to think about. You don't have to think about it. It's just the reality of it. So what are you going to do with that? I came up with a few C's that deals with gardening, right? First, we cultivate. We prepare the land for that which we're about to plant. We prepare our mind for that which we're desiring to experience. We cultivate our awareness, our mind, and our consciousness as well. Not just the physical world in which we live in, but this inner sanctuary of our inner garden. So we cultivate. Then we choose. We choose. We choose the seeds. What do you want to plant? What do you want to plant? What do I want to plant? We choose the seeds, or maybe we choose something that's already growing that we plant. No judgment. Whatever we're resonating with, whatever we're desiring to experience, we choose those very things. I already talked about them, right? The flowers, the fruit, the veggies, the herbs, the perennials, the trees. And now there's different time frames for each of those things, right? Some things grow quickly. Some things take a long time. Like we had a very small mango tree planted when we first moved into our house almost 5 years ago. This tree is growing, but it still hasn't bore any fruit yet. But I'm waiting, and JC's watering, because he's the gardener of the physical realm. Oh, and the spiritual realm, too, I know that. I'm sure he's laughing when I told him this title, because he was like, gardening? You don't garden. And he's right. Not in the physical side. The spiritual side is where I do my gardening. So we choose. We choose what it is we want to plant. And all of us know that we reap what we sow, right? And that we get to believe that we will receive from the goodness that we planted. And there was a wonderful little excerpt from The Science of Mind. Ernest Holmes said, yeah, but Jesus never said that we would get it immediately, that we don't sow and get something immediately, that we hold the belief, we hold the awareness that we shall receive. And we do, because we also work with nature. We also work in this physical world. We also work in the timelines and the time frames. There is no delay in God. There is no denying in God. There is just this opportunity of spiritual practice, of holding the awareness that I shall receive, that I do receive. So we cultivate, and we choose, and then we care. We care for our gardens. We're caring and we're consistent with the gardens. So of course, that's the watering, right? So how are you watering your spirit? How are you feeding your soul? What are you doing on a daily basis to continue to grow this beauty in your world? Are you weeding? I'm not a good gardener, but I love to weed. I really do. I know that's weird, but it's like a meditative state. And I feel, I weed through, we have like stones in our backyard, and they've never been sealed. So of course all these weeds grow up through the stones, which is also a wonderful little thing, right? How does this life, so pressured down by the weight of these stones, find a way to come up and burst through all of this pressure? Because life is always wanting to express, no matter the circumstance. No matter the circumstance. I enjoy getting it to the root. It's a success. When I pull it out and it breaks, I'm like, oh. And I pull it out and I get the whole root, and I'm like, oh. It's such a success, and it's a spiritual practice for me, and I'm so present with it. And then I know that as I'm weeding this thing that looks like an outer thing, I am also taking that which doesn't serve out of my own mind. I'm weeding the thoughts of fear, doubt, and worry, of not enoughness, of comparison. So we care and we're consistent, you know? Part of that too is, what do you put in your garden? Do you spray pesticides? What do you put in your garden? What do you put in your mind and your body? Do you put things down that continues to wreak havoc on the natural homeostasis of this environment that is our being, that is our garden? That there's ways to work with nature, not against it. So we cultivate, we choose, we care, and we're consistent with our care. And then we come into contact with it. We experience it. It is like walking through those images we saw, right? You've all been to beautiful gardens. You walk through, and there's something that happens. There's a shift. We attune to the frequency of that beauty and those plants and those trees and life itself that's happening. There's a quote from the Talmud that says, "Beside every blade of grass, there is an angel whispering, 'Grow, grow, grow.'" And that is true for us. We are so supported in this life. We are so taken care of. We are given everything that we need already. I know you hear it all the time, and maybe there's parts of you that are like, "I don't think I have." Well, great. Take that weed out. That's not true. Weed that thought, because we are. We've given this opportunity to play in this world, to grow in this world, to plant seeds and see the beautiful, magnificent harvest. And if we don't like what we see, we have the ability to change it. Gosh, that's great. Absolutely great. In my own personal life, I've planted seeds, so many seeds. And JC asked me last night, "Well, what's your story?" And I was like, "Yeah, what is my story?" And I struggled. I was like, "What is my story?" I've had so many, obviously, manifestations in my life, for sure. But I think the one I want to focus on today is that when I was very young and I was struggling through this thing called life, there was a part of my own beingness that I wondered and asked the question of, what is this all about? So I've planted this seed in my being from a young age of understanding. I want to understand. And not just from a mental level, but from a emotional, spiritual level. What does this all mean? And I'm seeing it every day. Something else is presenting itself to me. A deeper understanding, a deeper opportunity to learn and to grow and to garden. So what's in your garden? What is the seed of your soul? There's a divine idea concealed in this seed. You were birthed forth into existence. Planted within you is your seed. Find out what that is. And cultivate, choose, be caring and consistent, and come into contact with the beautiful manifestation of what grows. And what does your garden attract? hummingbirds and butterflies and pollinating bees, all the creepy crawlies that you maybe like or don't like, the animals that are trying to eat off of the very fruit and vegetables that you're growing. That shows that you're doing it right. If an animal wants to eat it, it's saying it's good to be eaten, so you're doing something right. So, my friends, what's in your garden? I ask that you just stay with that question this week. Last week we talked about stop, be still, and listen. And that's the very space and place in which we get to continue to ask these questions of our soul that continue to guide us on our path. What's in your garden? And so it is. All right. Just want to turn within in this moment. We're going to go into the stillness, and we're going to be present with this beautiful song that's going to be sung that takes us right into the depths of our being.
Every day, every day, every day, every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day.
God is all around me.
In and through me. As me. In and through me. As me.
God is all around me.
So from this sweet space of stillness, I just ask that you lend your ear and your hearts to this wonderful reading. It's in honor of Women's History Month, and this has been written by Hazel Foster Holmes. We've all heard of What We Believe. This is a writing on why we believe. Because we live, we hope, and we express. Because we feel the vital fires of life. Because faith is potential, innate, universal. Because religion is a natural impulse. Because idealism is the pivot on which life revolves. Because spirituality is the stabilizing force of humanity. Because through meditation, we reach the source of reality. Because contemplation reveals the essence of being. Because of roses, moonbeams, and desires. Because of dreams, poetry, and stars. Because of the laughter of children, the singing of birds. Because of sun-kissed mountains, babbling brooks, and laughing winds. Because the odor of flowers is the incense of heaven. Because of God's lullaby, crooned by waves and swaying trees. Because the blue sky is the dome of the real cathedral. Because imagination is fanned by angels' wings. Because of friendship, loyalty, sympathy, and toleration. Because of justice, affability, fidelity, and philanthropy. Because of the availability of our reliable servant law. Because thought, the director of healing, demonstrates perfect results. Because truth is free to all, undivided, impartial. Because of inspiration caught by the soul of genius. Because of the delicately delicately balanced scheme of things, because we sense the architect silently functioning within, because climbing the ladder of ideas, divinity appears, and because love, no, it's fine. Undeniably is the motivating energizing cause. So just take a moment and be with why we believe. It's beautiful just to be with the infinite list, right? The ever-expanding list of why we believe.
Every day, every day, every day, every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day.
God is all around.
And I'm thankful. So it is. And I'm thankful. So it is. God is all around me.
And so it is.
Once again, good morning, CSL family. As you know, we've been celebrating Women's History Month all month, and next Sunday will be the last celebration of the month. But I thought this song was appropriate. If you know it, sing along.
She's just a girl and she's on fire, hotter than a fantasy, lonely like a highway. She's living in a world and it's on fire, feeling the catastrophe, but she knows she can fly away. Oh, she got both feet on the ground and she's burning it down. Oh, she got her head in the clouds and she's not backing down. This girl is on fire.
Fire!
This girl is on fire. She's walking on fire.
Fire!
This girl is on fire. Looks like a girl, but she's a flame. So bright she could burn your eyes. Better look the other way. You can try, but you never forget her name. She's on top of the world, hottest of the hottest girls. Say, oh, we got our feet on the ground and we're burning it down. Oh, This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. She's walking on fire. This girl is on fire. Everybody stands as she goes by, 'cause you can see the flame that's in her eyes. 'Cause they wouldn't lighten up the night. Nobody knows that she's a lonely girl in a lonely world. And she gon' let it burn, baby, burn, baby. This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. She's walking on fire. This girl is on fire. Oh, 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 She's just a girl and she's on fire.
All right, all right. Do we have any first-time guests with us today? Hello, hello. Well, we got a few. Thank you for sitting all in the same section. It helps JC do his job a lot easier. Just let us know your name, if you don't mind. After he hands you everything else to fill your hands with. Just your name. Kelly and Letty.
Letitia, also go by Letty.
Letitia or Letty?
I'm Kelly.
And Kelly. Thank you so much.
We
Where are you
live
from?
here in Wilton Manors.
We got another individual.
I'm Alan.
Hi, Alan.
From Oakland Park.
Oakland Park. Thank you, thank you.
Well, I've been here 31 years, Broward County.
Anyone else here for the first time? Second time? Fourth time? Fifth time? 100th time. All right. Thank you for coming back. We so appreciate you. Another individual, yes.
Hi, I'm Michelle from
Hello.
Melbourne, Florida.
Hello, Michelle from Melbourne, Florida. Anyone else? She said she was the second time. Did you receive a gift the first time? Years ago. All right, she gets it. And you get a gift. Thank you for returning back. Michael.
I've been here for about 12 years, but I feel like this is the first time because I feel there's a rebirth here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you all very much. How beautiful. We got everybody? No first-time guests we missed? Nora's pointing to somebody, but I think we're good. Okay, we're good. Okay. All right, this is our time to give. This is the time that we get to actually practice planting a seed, right? Money gets to be seed. We seed our future. We seed this beautiful community. We invest in it. We plant it. We see it growing and expanding in our minds. And yes, that does take some of our money to do that. And money isn't an evil thing. Money isn't a bad thing. Money isn't an unspiritual thing. We are living in an abundant world like Todd has spoke of. And so we get to practice that wonderful circulation of so much good to be given through us and by us and to be received by us. So we want to thank you all in advance for your giving. We want to acknowledge the TPL, the Prosperous Life individuals. Their names are coming on the screen. These are individuals that give to us on a monthly basis, that help us with all this budgeting and wonderful new expression and planting that is happening here and now. Thank you very much.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all by myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient, and I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day. You've got to let it go, let it all go. This is what you had to say.
I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in my spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Here we go. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in my spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Here we go. I release, come on,
And I let go.
let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in my spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
All right, all right. Jay is walking it up. Thank you, Jay. Thank you very much. So how grateful and thankful I am to receive these beautiful seeds, to already hold in my mind's eye, and to ask you as well to hold in your beloved consciousness the growth that is coming from these seeds. All needs met. Exceedingly prosperous and abundant community as a totality, yes, and individually as each and every one of you here. That there is no separation. There is only this oneness, this one life, this one perfect, loving, intelligent presence that is here now in us, through us, as us. And so I just bless this. I know that it's a blessing. I'm humbled by the awareness of the good present here and now, and so it is. So I invite my beloved practitioners and ministers to this stage. Yay! These are the individuals that definitely hold the high watch for this community as a whole, for each and every individual congregants, and they are available for you, for them to know the truth for and about you. If you haven't gotten a prayer with a practitioner, I ask that you try it on. It is like nothing else. It is a beautiful shot of espresso. It enlivens and awakens your inner being, and they remind you of the truth of who you are. And in that remembering, you are changing the beauty that expresses through your garden. This is what I know to be true. So come and join us next week, same time, same place. We'll be here. I do have printed up for you Why We Believe by Hazel Esther Holmes for you. They're in the back. You can grab one when you come out, and you could read for yourself. The last line was, and love, unanalyzable. That was the word. I missed it. Sorry. But I got it. Come back. Don't call it a comeback. Okay, we're going to pray out because I'm getting crazy here. Reverend Cynthia.
Know with me that there is one mind,
one power, one spirit that is within each one of us here, surrounding, flowing, and growing. And I know that whatever seed is planted will grow. And I know the colors of the wind will spread that throughout the ends of the earth to bring peace, love, understanding, compassion, gratitude, kindness, love. So we will have a world that works for all. I'm just grateful for everyone here, for our first-time visitors. I'm grateful for the message this morning. I'm grateful for everyone who makes just this space possible. And I know, as we heard this morning, that these words are seeds and they are being planted. I know that they will be so. And so I know that whatever is in the mind, thinking right now, is going to grow and be manifested. So I know I think positive thoughts, loving thoughts. And the universe takes those and manifests. And so it is.
Please stand and join us for our final song, This Is My Wish. This is my wish for the world, and peace will find its way to every boy and girl. This is the time for harmony. Let love be the song that everybody sings. Fill the air with joyful noise. Ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth. Peace on earth. Lift your light and let it shine. Shine, shine, shine. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Peace on earth. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Peace on earth. Fill the air with joyful noise. Ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth. Peace on earth. Lift your light and let it shine. Shine, shine, shine. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on